Yo, what is good, guys? What's good? It's Snakes here, aka EJ, aka me. And we're actually gonna be doing something a little bit different from what we usually do. So, usually we're streaming some games, but today, and just today, just kidding. If you guys like what we've seen, we're gonna do this again eventually when the whole setup is done. We're doing a little setup tour. So, pretty much, a lot of this isn't done, but we're just gonna be doing what we can, showing what we have done, and then eventually you guys will see the progress later on. Alright, so let's go. Things first, we kind of have my backdrop, and yeah, I have a bit of a mess here. It is what it is. I have to clean that. Don't worry about that. This is supposed to be empty. I just had to move some stuff in there for now. Eventually these two shelves here are gonna be a display, and then you can see that this one right here is already kind of in the works. This one right here, it's gonna get there eventually, and eventually we'll frame it off. It'll be a nice little thing. Light will be better. It'll all be taken care of. This one, I have that little mess in there too. Ignore it. It's gonna be a display eventually. We've got our fish tank, and we got some algae. All right, don't judge me. I'm about to go on vacation. I need to clean it. All right. So we have the nice live planted tank right here. We got the fridge, a bunch of blades from work because I keep forgetting to take it back to work and keep having to get another one. And our trash can, most important job right here. This right here, that's you, stars. I'm just kidding. My boys. Oh, we're actually going to be getting to something that's actually kind of my crown. Well, I won't say my crown jewel, alright? But it's definitely in the works, and I think has some serious potential, alright? So, it's not done. We're getting there. We still have some stuff that needs to get shipped in. It's going to be like a good 6 months maybe before it's fully done. Maybe even like a year-ish before it's done. I don't know. It just depends how long certain stuff will take, okay? And I'll explain here in just one sec. So this bad boy right here, this is actually going to be a huge display, alright? I don't think you guys actually understand how big this is, alright? So this is me standing next to it. Goes all the way up. This thing is probably a good, I want to say this is a good maybe 30 inches tall. So almost 3 feet, not quite, but and then this one's a 20 right here. So we have a little display section. This is gonna have some wooden doors that cover all this. We got a little of that. The daily use. We're gonna have some collectors and stuff like that. Little cleaners. I got some comics in there. Just a bunch of just different storage and all that kind of stuff. We got our clothes. Just chilling. Random ass pair of socks right there. Eventually this is gonna be completely doored off wooden. And we're gonna have some disc plates on there. So yeah, so eventually this is gonna be completely wooden doors, and we're gonna put some disc plates on a grid to cover it, make it kind of themed, right? So we move up right here. This is honestly I'm kind of proud of this. So pretty much everything in here, and by pretty much everything I mean literally everything in here except for the panel and the shelf itself, came from Galaxy Z. So all that stuff actually is pretty cool, and I like it. It's kind of a little start of a setup. So what we're gonna do is I'm actually gonna be going to Disneyland again here soon, and if they have some cool collectibles I might add some. I'm gonna get some kyber crystals and gather them across here, make it look like maybe kyber crystals of Jedi that Vader killed. The holocrons, they actually sorry, this is really hard to do with just one hand, and I just undid everything I just did. Great. We're struggling, boys. The kyber crystals actually, sorry, not kyber crystals, the holocrons. I have the Jedi holocron and the Sith holocron. Okay. So I'm just gonna leave that one like that for now. But I'm turning them off because they are loud as shit. Anyways, this is probably gonna get moved out just because, you know, the Millennium Falcon doesn't really match Vader. But eventually this is gonna get swapped out. We have an Anakin statue that's gonna come in right here from Sideshow Collectibles. It's gonna be like Anakin's killing the Death Watch Mandalorians. This one right here is gonna have a Vader statue. It's where he's sitting on his throne on Mustafar, and he's got like the battle damaged mask and armor. And then we have Anakin's Youngling Slayer, and this little statue here propped up on like a random little toolbox style thing. And the kind of cool thing about this, at least, is I can just kind of like switch it on, you know, and I can change the colors of whatever, you know. But the actual kind of cool thing is I really like this panel. This panel is actually made out of foam and paper. Like, just the panel itself, not counting the lights and stuff that are around here, it's honestly like a maybe $6 project, maybe, so $6 to like $20. The $20 is literally just like for the tool that I used, that I had to buy to like cut out the foam here, and then like the spray paint and stuff like that. So I won't lie, I kind of messed up right here. The foam like absorbed the spray paint too much in areas, so I went for the whole vibe to make it look like maybe like charred or like rusted or something, just to kind of go with it, you know. But we're actually going to show you guys something really cool. So the back panel does indeed light up. The back panel, you know, I got the blue here symbolizing like Anakin for the Jedi, and then Vader right here for the Sith. But I'm gonna show you guys something really cool too here in a second. Watch. Boom. So here is when like the main display light is off, and I'm not gonna lie, when I'm not using like the display, I'm actually gonna have it to where this kind of sits on longer or later, you know what I mean? That way it kind of has like this throughout like part of the nighttime or something. That way the display just kind of flows. I personally really like the way this looks, and stay tuned for what's going here. I will give you guys a hint. It is indeed Marvel. It is one of my favorite superheroes that I do have a statue for over there, and it's a small one, but there's going to be a big one up here in the middle. Alright, so then we take a little bit of more of a right turn. So I have a little bit of some Walking Dead stuff, and then we go a little bit farther down. Excuse this, I just did a little bit of a water change and stuff. But we got the 60-gallon fish tank with our big clown knife right here and our pleco right there. The clown knife is about 2 feet long. You know, he's a pretty cool fish. I've had him since he was literally like a super tiny. He's been here for almost 6 years soon. And then, you know, it's just like on the stand and all that, whatever. Then we get to what I believe is actually like a true crown jewel. Is I got my Spider-Bot up top, and then it goes down to my Spiderman. My Spiderman, alright? And keep in mind, I know it's a little cramped in here in these areas. That is all stuff that is actually going to go into this shelf once I have like the glass panel set up and stuff like that. So, you know, I got the comics to kind of go with like the whole vibe here. The Thing, little Spider-Man in the corner here. So I got my Spider-Man, which I got in Galaxy's Edge. Not Galaxy's Edge, in Disneyland, in California Adventure, I should say. Big statue right here. And we got some glasses that I got there too. And then we actually have a little Spider-Bot here. Now we have the Thing. This one came from Iron Studios. He's an exclusive. The Thing from the new movie. Check him out. He's actually super cool. Little thing back there. Little hint for what's going in that other shelf. Or maybe on it or near it. I'm not too sure yet. I actually have a Daredevil script signed by Charlie Cox. Daredevil himself. Then we go over here. This guy right here is actually going to get moved into the other shelf as well. I had wanted to get this signed because I went to a Comic-Con. And I just didn't get here in time. But you guys can see I did get an Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. copy signed back here by Chloe Bennett, aka Daisy Johnson from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And stay tuned for that. That's going to be in a future video, or you can actually see this in my other video talking about the Comic-Con. Or talking, because I went to two. Blue Turbo Ranger. Check that out. Check out that video. We'll go down a little bit. We got the Haunted Mansion vibe, like the Disney vibe, you know. And I know there's some random like sports stuff here in the corners. I just don't have nowhere else to put it. Alright. So, you know, we got this whole vibe going on. Nice little collectibles and stuff like that. We got, in case you didn't realize, there's a spider bot right there as well. Spider bot. We go down. And we got like an Indiana Jones section. But obviously this is Marvel. I just thought it kind of matched the whole aesthetic here. And yeah. Gotta clean up a couple of this stuff. This little bit doesn't belong there. But, you know. Eventually, we'll get that moved. We go a little farther down. This is kind of a spot in progress. I don't really know what to do with it yet. Eventually, it's going to be a pretty solid Power Rangers section. But I got that. Got Ivan Ooze. Got Tommy the White Ranger and Tommy in Dino Thunder, which was my show. Little Master Morpher and a little subtle hidden set of Funko Pops down here. Now, here's where we get a little fancy. We got our headset. Check out the PC, my boys. Check it out. So we got a little bit of comics here as well. But then we got the nice little setup. What's good? I know you guys can see me in the background. What's good? The plate that came with my graphics card. My girlfriend got me that. We got another little spider bot there. Another little spider bot there. Check out the PC. It's not like a crazy set on the PC, but I know there's a glare on it, and I'm sorry. It's just because I got like everything on here in the back. I'll try to block it, but yeah, check that. Okay. I honestly really like the PC. Watch, check this. Boom, it's mounted on the wall. I'll get to this in a minute. So, go a little bit farther down. We got the dual monitor setup. I have this on vertically. I play on this one. It's an ultra wide. New streaming mic that I got not that long ago. You know? And then we actually go up, and these are all autographs that I've gotten at the different like conventions as well, except for this one. So I actually have the first full-time Red Power Ranger that was a woman, and that's going to be Hunter Dino. And then, you know, Time Force Yellow. This is Tommy Oliver's daughter, Jason David Frank's daughter. I have 2 autos from her. Pretty cool. I didn't get to meet him. It's good. But, you know, we got Glenn from The Walking Dead. And then we go down. And we got me and Chloe Bennett. And, you know, we got a little bit of the display setup. It's like hint for the top shelf statue. Pretty much gave it away. So I actually have my letter from when I played basketball first year in high school. Just some Kobe stuff. I got to meet him as well. Got some more Kobe stuff. Got a comic that my sister bought for me. And I should probably turn on the lights so you guys can see it a little better, less glare. This comic graded is worth like a lot, but I opened it, took a look, and someone cut out a couple pieces in the pages, so I got kind of screwed. Then I got to take that for Kingpin, aka Vincent D'Onofrio, to sign, and he was pretty cool. I still was a huge fan of Chloe Bennett. That's the setup, my boys, and pretty much that's gonna be it for that. I figured it was just something kind of cool for you guys to see, because from where we're at, and then hopefully we can make it from where we are. You know, we want to make it, we want to do numbers. You know, we would just want to help people, provide a lot of good content for you guys, give you guys a distraction. You know, who wants to go to bed? Like, who wants to go to bed at night and not having a stream to go to bed to? Like, who wants to munch on some food and not have a good stream? You know, check out the streams. Anyways, beep it. Beep it. Your favorite tatted YouTuber. I'm not Tim the Tat Man, but hey, I'm Snakes, and we out. What should chat do?
Makes you with a like and subscribe.
Yes, sir.